Day and night and day, the living creatures give their praise. To him who lives eternally, they never cease from saying, Holy, holy is Yahweh Almighty, worthy, worthy to receive all glory.
Shalom.
Shalom, everyone.
So glad to see you. Glad that you're here with us today. I am Leigh, and
I'm James.
we're Between the River and the Ravens. And this is a pre-record, actually. You're watching this Tuesday, October 11th, and it is Sukkot. And we are enjoying ourselves at Sukkot, and we pray that you are having a blessed Sukkot as well. I pray that you're with family or friends. And if we're your fellowship, then we're so very happy that you're here with us today. We wanted to do a brief Sukkot special for you to have to fellowship with today. And we're going to be discussing the Songs of Ascent, which are Psalms 120 through 134. So to start with this, I wanted to do the introduction to Sukkot. So the seventh and final festival given to Yisrael is called Sukkot, or the Feast of Tabernacles. Sukkot is observed in the fall from the 15th to the 22nd of Tishri. During this time, many families construct a sukkah, which is a small, hastily built hut in which meals are eaten throughout the festival. The sukkah is used to remember the huts, or plural sukkot, Israel lived in during their 40 years sojourn in the desert after the exodus from Egypt. Later, after Israel entered the land of promise, Sukkot was associated with the fall harvest and came to be known as a Hag HaAsif, which is the festival of ingathering, or of the harvest. At the end of the year, certain customs were incorporated into the observance of Sukkot, including decorating the sukkah, performing special wave ceremonies of the four species, circling the synagogue in a processional while singing hymns, Hak Afat, and reciting various Hebrew blessings to sanctify the festival. While the Torah states that Sukkot is a 7-day holiday, Leviticus 23:34 and Deuteronomy 16:13, and I'm going to read those to you real quick. So Leviticus 23:34, and I'm reading from an English Standard Version. Speak to the people of Yisrael, saying, on the 15th day of this 7th month, and for 7 days is the feast of booths to Yahweh. And Deuteronomy 16:13, the feast of booths, you shall keep the feast of booths 7 days when you have gathered in the produce from your threshing floor and your winepress. So picking up an additional day called Shmini Atzeret is also included, and we find that in Leviticus 23:36. For 7 days you shall present food offerings to Yahweh. On the 8th day you shall hold a holy convocation and present a food offering to Yahweh. It is a solemn assembly. You shall not do any ordinary work. And then also Numbers 29:35. On the 8th day you shall have a solemn assembly. You shall not do any ordinary work. So we see there's that 8th day there as well. So, and since the Sukkot marked the end of the agricultural year, a further holiday called Simchat Torah was added to celebrate the end of the Torah reading cycle for the year as well. Sukkot is celebrated for 8 days in Israel and 9 days in the diaspora. In Israel, the 8th day of Sukkot combines both Shemini Atzeret and Simchat torah, whereas in the diaspora, the 8th day of the holiday is Shmini Atzeret, and the 9th day is Simchat Torah. During the first and last days of Sukkot, no normal work is permitted. And we see that in Leviticus 23:39. On the 15th day of the 7th month, when you have gathered in the produce of the land, you shall celebrate the feast of Yahweh 7 days. On the first day shall be a solemn rest, and on the 8th day shall be a solemn rest. The intervening days of Sukkot are called Hol HaMoed. Bear with me. I know these words. I'm probably butchering them, but I'm doing my best. So Hol HaMoed, half holidays during which usual work activities are permitted. Since it is an 8-day festival, there will always be at least one Sabbath that occurs during the festival, because we are commanded to rejoice during the holiday of Sukkot for the blessing of Elohim's provision and care for our lives. We see that in Deuteronomy 16:14 through 15. You shall rejoice in your feast, you and your son and your daughter, your male servant and your female servant, the Levite, the sojourner, the fatherless, and the widow who are within your towns. For 7 days you shall keep the feast to Yahweh, your Elohim, at the place of Yahweh will choose. At that place Yahweh will choose, because Yahweh, your Elohim, will bless you in all your produce and in all your work of your hands, so that you will be altogether joyful. It is considered especially important to give tzedakah or charity during this time of year. So that was just a little get to know or understand Sukkot if you have never participated or you're wondering. So there we go. So here we go into Sukkot special.
As we said, these are the Songs of Ascent, Psalms 120 through 134. The Songs of Ascent are a collection of 15 psalms that were traditionally sung by Hebrew pilgrims who ascended the uphill road to Jerusalem to attend annual festivals in the temple. Jerusalem was the ancient capital city of Judah. To this day, it is nestled in the Judean mountains between the Mediterranean and the Dead Sea. In ancient times, the Jewish tribes would make the uphill journey to Jerusalem, where they would attend the 3 annual pilgrim festivals: Pesach, Passover; Shavuot, also known as Weeks or Pentecost; and Sukkot, also referred to as tabernacles or tents or booths, in the temple, as was instructed by the Torah. In Deuteronomy 16:16, it says, 3 times in a year shall all your males appear before Yahuwah Eloheka in the place which he shall choose, in the feast of Matzah, and in the feast of Shavuot, and in the feast of Sukkot, and they shall not appear before Yahuwah empty. Pilgrims traveling to these feasts would sing the Songs of Ascent on their travels and eventually on the steps of the temple. The Merarite Levites would also sing the Songs of Ascent in the temple as part of their choir worship. In Hebrew, the Songs of Ascent encompass Psalms 120 through 134. In the Septuagint, which is the earliest Greek translation of the Bible, the Songs of Ascent refer to Psalms 119 through 133.
In Hebrew, the Songs of Ascent are given the name Shirei HaMa'alat. The word for song is shir or shira. Consecutively, the word ma'alah means step, stair, ascent. King David wrote Psalms 122, 124, 131, and 133. His son and successor, King Solomon, wrote Psalm 127, and the authors of the remaining 10 songs remain unknown. In Hebrew, the word shir or shirah is also used as a synonym for the word psalm. which is Mizmor. Not only did the Songs of Ascent encourage pilgrims on their physical ascent towards Jerusalem, the theme of ascent is further addressed in these psalms through a yearning for national independence and the hopeful expectation of spiritual salvation through the arrival of Yahusha HaMashiach. The Songs of Ascent were written during the 70-year exile of the Judeans, who were captured by the Babylonians in 586 BC. The Psalms express their oppression, their longing for their return home to Judah, and for future peace and prosperity in Jerusalem.
The number 15 plays a significant role in the Songs of Ascent. In the Hebrew alphabet, every letter is designated a number. The shortened form of yahuah is Yah, which is the number 15. The major Hebrew feasts, such as the yearly pilgrimage feast, took place on the 15th day of the month of the Israeli lunar calendar. In the temple, there were 15 steps leading from the lower court, which is the second temple, to the upper court. The upper court, or the court of men, was where Levitical musicians played the Songs of Ascent during evening services on the day before the Feast of Tabernacles.
So we'll start with Psalm 120, 1 through 7. And each of these have a heading at the top. This one starts, Deliver me, O Yahweh. In my distress I cried unto El Yahweh, and he heard me. Deliver my soul, O Yahweh, from lying lips and from a deceitful tongue. What shall be given unto you? Or what shall be done unto you, false tongue? Sharp arrows of the mighty with coals of juniper. Woe is me, that I sojourn in Meshech, that I dwell in the tents of Kedar. My soul has long dwelt with him that hates peace. I am for peace, but when I speak, they are for war.
Psalms 121, verse 1 through 8. My help comes from yahuah. I will lift up my eyes unto the hills, from whence comes my help. My help comes from yahuah, which made heaven and earth. He will not suffer your foot to be moved, that he guards you will not slumber. Behold, he that guards Yasharel shall neither slumber nor sleep. Yahuah is your guard. Yahuah is your shade upon your right hand. The sun shall not smite you by day, nor the moon by night. Yahuah shall guard you from all evil. He shall guard your soul. Yahuah shall guard your going out and your coming in from this time forth and even forevermore.
Psalm 122, 1 through 9. Let us go to the house of Yahweh. I was glad when they said unto me, Let us go into the house of Yahweh. Our feet shall stand within your gates, O Jerusalem. Jerusalem is built as a city that is compact together, whether the tribes go up, the tribes of Yah, unto the testimony of Yasharel, to give thanks unto the name of Yahweh. For there are set thrones of judgment, the thrones of the house of David. Pray for the peace of Jerusalem. They shall prosper that love you. Peace be within your walls and prosperity within your palaces. For my brethren and companions' sakes, I will now say, Peace be within you. Because of the house of Yahweh Eloheinu, I will seek your good.
Psalms 123, 1 through 4. Our eyes look to Yahuah, our Elohim. Unto you lift I up my eyes, O you that dwell in the heavens. Behold, as the eyes of servants look unto the hand of their Adonим, And as the eyes of the maiden unto the hand of her mistress, so our eyes wait upon El Yahuah Eloheinu, until that he have mercy upon us. Have mercy upon us, O Yahuwah. Have mercy upon us, for we are exceedingly filled with contempt. Our soul is exceedingly filled with the scorning of those that are at ease, and the contempt of the proud.
Psalm 124, 1 through 8. Our help is in the name of Yahweh. If it had not been Yahweh who is on our side, now may Yasharel say. If it had not been Yahweh who was on our side when men rose up against us, then they had swallowed us up quick when their wrath was kindled against us. Then the waters had overwhelmed us. The stream had gone over our soul. Then the proud waters had gone over our soul. Blessed be Yahweh, who has not given us as a prey to their teeth. Our soul is escaped as a bird out of the snare of the fowlers. The snare is broken, and we are escaped. Our help is in the name of Yahweh, who made heaven and earth.
Psalms 125, 1 through 5. Yahuwah surrounds his people. They that trust in Yahuwah shall be as Mount Zion, which cannot be removed, but abides forever. As the mountains are round about Jerusalem, so Yahuwah is around about his people from henceforth, even forever. For the rod of the wicked shall not rest upon the lot of the righteous, lest the righteous put forth their hands unto iniquity. Do good, O Yahuwah, unto those that be good, and to them that are upright in their hearts. As for such as turn aside unto their crooked ways, Yahuwah shall lead them forth with the workers of iniquity, but peace shall be upon Yasharel.
Psalm 126, 1 through 6. Restore our fortunes, O Yahweh. When Yahweh turned again the captivity of Zion, we were like them that dream. Then was our mouth filled with laughter, and our tongue was singing. Then said they among the heathen, Yahweh has done great things for them. Yahweh has done great things for us, whereof we are glad. Turn again our captivity, O Yahweh, as the streams in the Negev. They that sow in tears shall reap in joy. He that goes forth and weeps, bearing precious seed, shall doubtless come again with rejoicing, bringing his sheaves with him.
Psalms 127, 1 through 5. Unless Yahuwah builds the house. Except Yahuwah build the house, they labor in vain that build it. Except Yahuwah guard the city, the watchman wakens but in vain. It is vain for you to rise up early, to sit up late, to eat the bread of sorrows, for so he gives his beloved sleep. Lo, children are a heritage of Yahuwah, and the fruit of the womb is his reward. As arrows are in the hand of the mighty man, so are children of the youth. Happy is the man that has the quiver full of them. They shall not be ashamed, but they shall speak with the enemies in the gate.
Psalm 128, 1 through 6. Blessed is everyone who fears Yahweh. Blessed is everyone that fears Yahweh, that walks in his ways. For you shall eat the labor of your hands. Happy shall you be, and it shall be well with you. Your woman shall be as a fruitful vine by the sides of your house, your children like olive plants round about your table. Behold that, Thus shall the man be blessed that fears Yahweh. Yahweh shall bless you out of Zion, and you shall see good of Jerusalem all the days of your life. Yea, you shall see your children's children, and peace upon Yasharel.
Psalms 129, 1 through 8. They have afflicted me from my youth. Many a time have they afflicted me from my youth, may Yasharel now say. Many a time have they afflicted me from my youth, yet they have not prevailed against me. The plowers plowed upon my back, they made long their furrows. Yahuwah is righteous, he has cut asunder the cords of the wicked. Let them all be confounded and turned back that hate Zion. Let them be as the grass upon the housetops, which withers afore it grows up. Wherefore the mower fills not his hand, nor he that binds sheaves his bosom. Neither do they which go by say, the blessing of Yahuwah be upon you. We bless you in the name of Yahuwah.
Psalm 130, 1 through 8. My soul waits for Yahweh. Out of the depths have I cried unto you, O Yahweh. Adonai, hear my voice. Let your ears be attentive to the voice of my supplications. If you, Yah, should mark iniquities, O Adonai, who shall stand? But there is forgiveness with you, that you may be feared. I wait for Yahweh. My soul does wait, and in his word do I hope. My soul waits for Adonai more than they that watch for the morning. I say more than they that watch for the morning. Let Yasharel hope in El Yahweh, for with Yah there is mercy, and with him is plenteous redemption. And he shall redeem Yasharel from all his iniquities.
Psalms 131, 1 through 3. I have calmed and quieted my soul. Yahuwah, my heart is not haughty, nor my eyes lofty. Neither do I exercise myself in great matters, or in things too high for me. Surely I have behaved and quieted myself as a child that is weaned of his mother. My soul is even as a weaned child. Let Yasharel hope in El Yahuwah from henceforth and forever.
This is a long one. Psalm 132, 1 through 18. Yahweh has chosen Zion. Yahweh, remember David and all his afflictions, how he swore unto Yahweh and vowed unto the mighty Elohim of Yaakov. Surely I will not come into the tabernacle of my house, nor go up into my bed. I will not give sleep to my eyes or slumber to my eyelids until I find out a place for Yahweh, a habitation for the mighty Elohim of Yaakov. Lo, we heard of it at Ephrathah. We found it in the fields of the wood. We will go into his tabernacles. We will worship at its footpath. Arise, O Yahweh, into your rest, you and the ark of your strength. Let your priests be clothed with righteousness, and let your hides shout for joy. For the servant David's sake, turn not away the face of your anointed. Yahweh has sworn 7 oaths in truth unto David. He will not turn from it, or the fruit of your body will I set upon your throne. If your children will guard my covenant and my testimony that I shall teach them, their children shall also sit upon your throne forevermore. For Yahweh has chosen Zion. He has desired for his habitation. This is my rest forever. Here will I dwell, for I have desired it. I will abundantly bless her provision. I will satisfy her poor with bread. I will also clothe her priest with yahusha, and her yhvh shall shout aloud for joy. There will I make the horn of David to bud. I have ordained a lamp for my anointed. His enemies will I clothe with shame, but upon himself shall his crown flourish.
Psalms 133, 1 through 3. When brothers dwell in unity. Behold, how good and how pleasant it is for brethren to dwell together in unity. It is like the precious ointment upon the head that ran down upon the beard, even Aharon's beard, that went down to the skirts of his garments, as the dew of Hermon, and as the dew that descended upon the mountains of Zion. For there yahuah commanded the blessing, even life forevermore.
Psalm 134, 1 through 3. Come, bless Yahweh. Behold, bless ye Yahweh, all ye servants of Yahweh, which by night stand in the house of Yahweh. Lift up your hands in the sanctuary and bless Yahweh. Yahweh that made heaven and earth, bless you out of Zion. And that is the end. We really pray that you are having a wonderful and a blessed Sukkot. And we hope this has been a blessing to you to hear these songs of ascent and keep in mind that they were sang. It was a joyous time as they did their pilgrimage to Jerusalem for the feast and for the ceremony and the time together. So we pray it's just a blessing for you. And we will be back with regular programming again next week. We will be off for Sukkot, so you'll probably see a lot of replays, but I think we may plan a surprise or two where we may pop on and say hi and show what we're doing for Sukkot.
And we do hope that Yah blesses your week, that he gives you wonderful weather so that you can spend your time outdoors admiring and thanking him for the beautiful creation he gave us, spending time in that sukkah and just really growing closer to him, appreciating all the many things that we are blessed with each and every day, big and small. Without him, we would have nothing. So it's just such a wonderful time to really grow closer. And we hope these Psalms really spoke to you and your heart and allow you to grow closer to our Father. It's something we strive for each and every day. We're just so thankful for all of you that tuned in. We hope this message was a blessing, and we hope to see you soon. Shalom.
Day and night and day, the living creatures give their praise to him who lives eternally. They never cease from saying, holy, holy is Yahweh Almighty.